Hey everybody, long time no see. I'm Terry Willingham, founder of the Bossy Beauty brand, and I'm kicking this group back off with a really good topic today because this is going to be a huge recruiting tool if you've never learned about any kind of energy work, because you want to take learning about this, take these different energy types and see how it applies to the people that you're talking to, your prospects, people. You might see people that you've already brought into your business and maybe you're like, oh, that's why we didn't get along so good, or why she didn't do what I thought she was going to do, or why she never does any of my suggestions. You're going to find that out. So let's hop into talking about 7 common energy types that I see everywhere, because y'all, energy is everything. It is everything. I know you've heard that, and we all carry this energetic frequency around with us everywhere we go. And the patterns and habits of our lives, they're the thing that create this energetic frequency within us. Even the emotions that you respond to. Emotions is a really huge topic, and we're not going to talk about that today because it's way too big and take way too long. So that's a topic for another day. But even those affect all that frequency that you're carrying around. And this really comes into play in your business or a job. If you work around the public a lot, this is a great way to incorporate skills into your job to be better at dealing with people and relationships. Like if I was dating right now, I would 100% use this skill to decide who I was or wasn't going to go out with. So I didn't know about all this back in the day when I was, but if I had been, I would probably make some different choices. So, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you what I consider 7 pretty common types. There's more, but I don't want to give you like 50. I want to give you some that you can actually start to use practically to apply into your business. And it's going to help you learn to recognize them when you see them. And you're probably going to notice some people and some experiences as we go through them. Because there's some of these people that when you talk to them, you think, wow, this person would be a great fit. And other people, now that you know this, because once you know, you can't unknow, you're probably going to want to run from. So it might be smart to take some notes, because as I go through these, you're going to want to think, oh, I remember her and she was this one. Now I get it. So it might just be handy for you to review. So, okay, here we go. The first one I want to talk to you about is what I call the sparkly energy. This is the people that you meet for the first time and you have an instant connection with. Like you feel like you've known them forever, even though this is your first meeting. It's just like, boom, such a great connection. You could just sit and talk to them and you just jive with them. It's so great. And a lot of times these become either your bestie or they certainly become part of your inner circle. That's what I call the sparkly vibe. Second kind is what I call the lovey-dovey vibe. Now, the lovey-dovey vibe is somebody who's just so warm and inviting. You feel welcome around them. It's different than the sparkly thing, because with the sparkly thing, you feel like you've got a real connection. But with this, you just feel safe when you're with them. Like you feel good around them and they're great to be around. They're just a great person. You feel good about them. The third kind, here's one. It's called the frostbite energy. These are all my names I made up, by the way. So you're not going to find it in a dictionary. I just made these up because I feel like they really apply. So what I call the frostbite energy is that cold, standoffish person. Like you walk in, maybe you're trying to have a conversation and they're like very, And something you might notice about this person is they go to somebody else in the room and they don't act that way around them. It's the way your frequency is working with them that's not working. And you'll notice that they're just, they're just so cold to talk to. They're not receptive really. And you don't really want to spend a lot of time with them. That's what I call the frostbite energy. The fourth is what I call the growly bear energy. These are the people who, they're always walking around looking to challenge an opinion, looking for a fight, ready to scrap. They've got they've just got a chip on their shoulder, and by God, the world's going to hell. That's kind of the growly bear. They're not necessarily a bad person. They're just always if you were in the rodeo world, we'd call it always on muscle. Like they're just always, that's a growly bear. The 5, now this one is one that I see a lot and I really don't like to see it in any of my team members, and it's the pushback energy. The pushback energy person, this is the person who really wants to be heard. They want to be right all the time. They want to be in charge, even though they're often not in charge. They don't want to hear your opinion. If they hear it, you can literally feel them just pushing back on it because their opinion is different and they want their voice out there. They don't want your voice out there. These are the people that, to me, it's really hard to get through to because they're so opinionated and they're so set in their ways, and they're often not open to other things. Even though they might be a great person, might be really connected, that pushback is always going to hold them back, if that makes sense. People feel that. And if you start paying attention, you'll feel it too. Number 6 is what I call the challenger. The person with the challenger energy will walk into a room or a restaurant or a party. They'll look around, they'll survey the room, and if you're looking in the eye, they will give you a look that says, what do you got? Like this person commands the room when they walk in, and they know it. They own it, and they're there to tell you about it. That is the challenger person. My best advice is don't push on that person too hard because you might get pushed back. And number 7, I know y'all all know some number 7s. Number 7 is what I call the Humpty Dumpty energy. This is the sad, woe is me. It's negative all the time. You can't say anything to get them to uplift. They're just the sad sacks of the world. They're never going to see the good in things, even see it as a learning lesson or find any joy. They're just down in the dumps all the time, and you can't really do anything with them. Now, I know if you go to looking through these, you're going to find some people that you know that fit every single one of these. We all do. I just think about when I was making this list to teach y'all today, I was just kind of thinking about people and what I've met and what I know and what I see. And I mean, they all came really easy. So these are the 7 common ones. There's lots more, but these are 7 really common ones. And this will give you an idea of where to start, especially if you're new working with energy. And it's going to help you when you start tapping into and paying attention to that energetic frequency, using your intuition more, because that's really important to do these days. If you're not doing it, you should totally start doing it. And here's a hot tip. Notice what you're carrying around as well. Like, you may not be meaning to, but what kind of vibe are you giving out? Because other people are reading you just like you're reading them, like I just talked to you about. All right. So obviously you see ones that you want in your business. You see ones you don't want in your business. So decide what kind of leader you're going to be, that you're going to project out to people, that they're going to feel from you. So if you have questions, I encourage you to put them below. I'd love to give you clarification or help you in any way with this. This is something I'm really passionate about. I do a lot of stuff with energy work. And so feel free to ask anything below. I hope you have a fantastic day. Start paying attention to what you put out and what others around you are putting out. And it's going to be really eye-opening. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.